That is my Banks iDash. You could see my recent regen was 365 miles. Currently, I'm at 51% soot level. And my priors were 21.3, 21.3, 20.2. All right, before we get too deep into it, I just want to say I am not endorsing this product. I'm not telling you to go buy this, but my results were actually quite incredible with this, and I'm going to talk about that more on my 3.0 Duramax diesel. But I just want to emphasize, I'm not telling you to run out and buy this. There's a lot of additives out there that are available that will tell you they'll do this, they'll do that. This is one of those that I came across a bunch of times on like Facebook ads and multiple ads everywhere else, and I'm like, okay, it's 25 bucks for this bottle. I bought it off of Amazon. You can get it as well. I've got a link down below. It is an affiliate link, so if you do purchase from my link, you're actually going to be helping the channel, and I appreciate that. Now, I did spend the 25 bucks on this bottle, and I added it to a full tank on my 3.0 Duramax diesel. Now, prior to this, I was having some regen issues where they were just happening like super frequently, and if you're a fan of the channel, then you've been following along with that. Now, let me fast forward you real quick because things were back to normal, 200 to 300 miles roughly, just the stock engine, everything, 200 to 300 miles. Now, I added this for one full tank. I'll tell you, my first regen was over 367 miles, I believe is what it said. We'll go to the dash on the truck, and I believe it's 360 something, which is a huge improvement, and I didn't believe it. Back to the ads that they were talking about, or that I was talking about on this. Now they show a DPF in the front of the DPF. So what I did was, before I did any of this additive, I took out my NOx sensor and I took a look at the turbocharger and I took a look at my DPF. So then we have our before results right there. And then I did a regen. Again, this is on regular fuel without adding the Archoil in there. And I went ahead and looked at everything else so that way we can kind of see. So we have a before regen, we have an after regen, and then now we're going to go into what it looks like after a full tank of Archoil. This is what my DPF looks like. This is right after the regen that took place on this fuel tank. So you can go ahead and make your comparisons and see what you think is different on that. That's really tough to decipher. But it was just one thing that they were using on the ad for this Archoil. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is the fuel mileage. I do know I've got a lot of miles on this tank, and it seems more than normal. My dash is reading over, I think it's 24 point something miles per gallon, which is absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and hop in the truck, and let's go see what our fuel mileage is. All right, so looking up here, that is my Banks iDash. You could see my recent regen was 365 miles. Currently, I'm at 51% soot level. Now, the thing with that is, all right, my hood is open. Let me close that. The thing with that is so that happened at 9,900 miles. So we're 165 miles in, and I'm at 50%. That's a good improvement. So that's the second go around on a regen that I'm seeing some good results. Now, I'm not saying that it's completely because of the Archoil. I'm just saying I was running that Archoil, and we're seeing some good regen numbers right now, which I haven't seen in a while. Now, if I go into my best distance right here, best 450, that's recent. We hit those big numbers recently. So that tells me that we might have a good fill up, and I've got 503.3 miles on this tank. We're about low. Let's get to the gas station and put some fuel in this and see what our final numbers are for this tank with Archoil. All right, so we're going to be using the Fuely app here. What do we got? 23.3 miles per gallon. That's actually really good. Now, I know it didn't say, wow, that's your best, but let's take a look at my logs. All right, so looking closer at the logs, we could see 23.5, 19.8, 21.3. That was all during my road trip, so ignore those. This 23.3 was a good one. My priors were 21.3, 21.3, 20.2, 23.6 right there. That's an outlier, 22.7. You could see we were falling off, and this tank was a 23.3. I'm definitely happy with that. So this says 23.0, so we're actually very close on the dash getting the correct reading. So now I don't plan on running the Archoil until I do an oil change again, but I'm going to go ahead and monitor my fuel mileage, see if it stays the way it is, or if it drops down after we're not using the Archoil any longer. But definitely let me know what you think about this Archoil additive. I know a lot of people love to run additives. I'm not a big fan of additives, but this one actually showed me some results Whether or not it was related to the additive, I don't know for sure. I do want to add that this is 25 bucks. I think that's what I spent on it off of Amazon. $25. And it says to use about every 5,000 miles. So what I'm going to do next is not run anything until I do another oil change. And then I'm going to go ahead and buy this and see if I have similar results, because these seem like too good to be true results. You could definitely give me your opinion on that. But I am impressed by this, and I do not like additives typically. But let me know what you think. Till next time, see ya.